Hi everyone, and welcome back to another review episode on my channel. I'm Sarah of Horror, and I review movies, shows, and other fun things. Even though my channel is called Sarah of Horror, I not only review horror movies, I review movies that are interesting to me, that I want to talk about. And today is such an episode. Today, I will be talking about the Deadpool trilogy. I just recently saw the third one at cinema, Deadpool Wolverine. And after that one, I was like, you know what? I really have to rewatch the first two, and I really want to talk about them. And I also want to know your opinions about those movies. So make sure you comment your opinions down below. But yeah, let's get started. Oh, Deadpool. It's from 2016. It's directed by Tim Miller. It's starring Ryan Reynolds, Morena Baccarin, Ed Skrein, Karan Soni, and Brianna Hildebrand. Okay, so in this one we have this character played by Ryan Reynolds, Wade Wilson, and he receives some bad news, which leads him to find solutions to that problem, and that leads to him being experimented on, and then he is left very, very disfigured and scarred. And his mission in life is now to take revenge on the people that did this to him. So yeah, when I first heard about Deadpool, or heard there was a Deadpool movie way back in 2016, I saw a trailer and I thought, okay, this seems a bit different from your normal superhero movies and from the normal, Marvel movies. And the tone was different, and I kind of really loved Deadpool's humor. When I first saw the film, and then I just rewatched it this week, and it still holds up. It's still so funny. I mean, the opening scene with the Angel of the Morning song is simply just amazing. It's captivating. It just drew me right in, and I just got this, vibe from the film that I knew immediately that I was going to love this film. Just the way that Ryan, aka Deadpool, delivers his lines, those smart, witty, really humorous lines. The way just the cinematography is done in these movies is just really fun, gorgeous. It really complements Deadpool's character. And as I said, the opening scene just has so many different things going on, so many layers right from the start. And I also like the way that it's edited, how they can jump back to explain certain things, and then we're all caught up, as Deadpool would say. And I think that was really smart and cleverly done. Just the characters themselves, like Deadpool and Vanessa, I think they are such an amazing couple. And I really love watching them together because they have a special type of way that they are with each other, special type of humor, and they can understand each other. And also just the way that we're kind of introduced to how they kind of fall in love is really fun to watch. That whole sequence of holidays, that was really fun and really interesting. But then also, even though this film is filled with humor, it's really known for the dark humor, the witty humor, funny remarks, it does get serious sometimes. And when I mean serious, really serious, and there are real problems that the characters have to deal with, emotional, physical things also. And so that makes just the first Deadpool really gripping and also captivating, because there were some issues that felt so real. And yeah, I was so in it, and I was really surprised how much I would actually be in it. Because usually, superhero movies, and they are not as gripping in my opinion, because I can usually kind of figure them out, and they, aren't as usually not as graphic or have this type of humor in it. But Deadpool is an entirely different character, and of course we all know the vibe is a bit different. I mean, they do a point of mentioning this out in the movie, in all three movies. And I think also that is very fun that Deadpool as a character knows that he is not an Avenger. He's not like one of these typical superheroes, and he doesn't even call himself that because he doesn't see himself as a superhero. He knows that he is something else, something different. And I like that. Not every type of hero has to be the same, and I'm just vibing more with the Deadpool movies than with most of the other superhero movies. Not saying they are bad, but not saying that they are as. But I'm just saying that to me, Deadpool is probably like my favorite of the movies I've seen so far. And also, I just love how they can, break the fourth wall, which Ryan Reynolds' character loves doing so much, and also just take a stab at different things in our society. It's really fun. All the small details. Just really love that. And the way he even says himself, he uses a lot of sexual humor as a shield and things like that. And yeah, I can relate to a lot of things. So that feels very real to me. Of course, another thing that all three movies they do so well is the music. Like they choose these songs that are so iconic from the beginning, but paired with the scenes, the action scenes, the fight sequences, the emotional scenes in all of these movies just go so well, and it brings this to a whole nother level. And I love that. But I have to give credit to a lot of the Marvel movies. They are amazing at doing this. So it's not just Deadpool, but I think to me, Deadpool movies chooses the best songs, in my opinion. but but yeah. So whenever I'm going to watch a Deadpool movie, I'm just I'm looking forward to hearing all the music, the songs, and just having a good time filled with some emotional roller coaster. So that was definitely the first one, and I do still really like it a lot. It was fun to just get to know how Wade Wilson became Deadpool and how he started like building like his costume, because it wasn't like read from the beginning in the film. Now, I haven't read the comic books. I know basically nothing about the comic book Deadpool. So, yeah, I am only talking about the movie Deadpool. Yes, I love the script. I love everything about this film, and it was fun rewatching it. And yeah, I honestly can't wait to watch this again. Probably do it next year, like a trilogy watch. So, what will this one get for me? I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. So a 9 out of 10 for the first Deadpool. Let's see if the sequel holds up as well. Okay, so Deadpool 2. It is from 2018. It is directed by David Leitch. It's starring Ryan Reynolds, Josh Brolin, Morena Baccarin. And in this one, we have Ryan Reynolds returning as Wade Wilson, Deadpool. But he is now assembling a special team of mutants with special powers because they have to save this young kid that is from New Zealand, that is also a mutant, that has special powers. And because of that, there is a time-traveling cyborg played by Josh Brolin called Cable, whose goal is to kill that kid. So Deadpool wants to save that kid. Yes, again, I mean, just the opening scene. Every Deadpool movie has an amazing opening scene, and this one is as good as well. And also, we get to go back in time, we get a recap to know how everything led to the events that is currently portraying at our screens. So I always like that. So thank you, every Deadpool in every opening sequence, for the recap. Like this quickly turns from the humorous vibe that I'm used to a quite serious vibe and quite a bit sad vibe. And then we cut to the kind of intro, the credits, or the intro, when people's names are put on the screen. That's what I forgot to mention when I reviewed the first movie, but all three movies, they have, it's so fun. The intro credits, the names, they are done in such a funny way that I totally forgot about them when I was rewatching them. I was like, yeah, oh yeah, that was a fun detail. I laughed my ass off, honestly, to those texts. So yeah, if there's another Deadpool movie or anything, as I said, I haven't read the comic books. I don't know how much material they have to work with, or if any of the events in the Deadpool movies happen in the comic books. I don't know. So if you've read the comic books, please let me know. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Yeah, the intro credits are so hilarious, so fun. Like every one of them is like spot on. So, the humor, it's still the same humor. And I noticed that for every movie, there's a different director who directed the film, but they still feel cohesive, consistent. Like the same type of humor, same type of vibe, same type of emotional roller coaster. So I think they did a really good job in that sense. And also, I do really care about the characters. And I mean, Deadpool, Deadpool, but Vanessa, they are just so good together. I really like her. Mariana Baccarin, a great actress, seen her in a lot of things, and she's just perfect as Vanessa. And just all the other characters like Josh Brolin and the kid, they were also really good. And of course, we have some returning characters from the first Deadpool movie that are fun to watch. Doc Minder is back, the taxi driver, and I really like him. He's especially kind of, he hasn't like a huge transformation to his character during the movie, but there's a slight transformation, and it's kind of huge and a big deal for him. So it was fun to see him because I really like him, really care about that character. So good job for creating characters that I really care about. Of course, the fight sequences are fun. The kind of resolutions towards the end, the solutions are also fun and cleverly made. So yeah, like I don't have really a lot of things to complain about. Not about the first one, the second one. I am honestly just enjoying myself while watching these movies. As I said, the humor is like my humor. The wittiness is just so much fun. The songs, the script, the characters, like everything. Like it has everything that I really want to watch in a movie. I'm not just talking about a superhero movie or a movie based on a comic book. I'm just saying like a movie period. Of course, they're already hinting at the Wolverine things in this one. They have a little Wolverine thingy, a figurine that they can turn on with the music. So, and I forgot about that when I saw Deadpool 2 at the cinema. I watched it in Prague in 2018 because I lived in Prague back then for 9 months. I was studying film acting at Prague Film School. But yeah, and I forgot about that. So when I was rewatching it earlier today, I was like, oh yes! Wow, that's so cool! So as I said, the use of music, like especially in one scene, they play the a special version of Take on Me, and the way that version is just all the feels, all the emotions. And that scene just, yeah, I was honestly tearing up a bit during that scene. That is what I mean when I say that Deadpool movies has so many layers, and it is an emotional roller coaster sometimes. But that is like perfectly balanced with the humor. So it's not like all the time and you're like overloading. You kind of, and then you go back down and you're laughing, it's funny, and then something else happens. So I think the balance is perfect there. When he's gathering up the team, oof, that's such a funny sequence, and just how that all pans out, that was brilliant. Because when I first saw it in the cinema, I didn't see that coming. So I was just, wow, that was really funny. And also I really like Domino's character. Great character. Just, yeah, fun to watch her. What will this one get from me? I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, so another 9 out of 10. Let's see if the third one will manage to be just as good. Deadpool Wolverine. It's from 2024. It's directed by Sean Levy. It's starring Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Emma Corrin, Matthew McFadden, Morena Baccarin, and Rob Delaney. So in this one, Deadpool is offered a place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by the Time Variant Authority, but instead he recruits a variant of Wolverine to save his universe from extinction. Yes, if you've seen the Loki TV series, then you will be familiar with some of those characters and the whole time variant thing. And so it was fun that they kind of used that, and also that they could find a solution to kind of bring Wolverine back, because we know, if you've seen Logan, we know what happened. And if you haven't, go watch Logan. It's actually good. But yes, so also, just the opening, it's already so iconic. We had the opening of Deadpool fighting off some bad guys while dancing to NSYNC's Bye 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 Bye. Yeah. And that is just so hilariously made. And, the actor in the Deadpool suit, because it wasn't Ryan Reynolds who was doing the dancing, it was actually another actor. Or maybe he was a actor-dancer, not sure. But he did an amazing job. And, dancing to Bye 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 while killing some bad guys, that is, that's a skill. That's a serious skill. And yeah, the opening was just hilarious. And also, of course, we get some sort of recap. And I just love the way that Ryan Reynolds delivers his lines. And as I said, the wittiness, just, yeah. And also, of course, what I haven't talked about really about this trilogy is the violence. And that is what I really, really like. Because, other superhero movies like Marvel and stuff, they don't go that dark, like that deep. They don't really show a lot of the violence that Deadpool does. And that is fine. Not saying that every movie has to do that. And there's, their style. But I'm glad that we have Deadpool who does that, who pushes the boundaries and shows us like fun and creative, violent fights and deaths in these 3 movies. So he also takes it to a humorous level or dark level, which works. It really works. I just love the scene where Deadpool is going and visiting all these different variants of Wolverine. So even though I haven't read a comic book, as I said, I've read that the different characters and variants of Wolverine has connections to the comic books. So at least I know that. So yeah, so a lot of fans, are really happy that they did that they threw in those kind of fun details. I was just in the cinema, sitting there with a smile throughout the entire film, and I had such a good time. That music on point, especially during the climax. That was good. The climax was so good. Even though I kind of realized what was gonna happen, how they would solve it, I didn't mind. Because I think that was a good solve. That was a good ending climax, whatever you want to call it. It was good, in my opinion. And of course, we get to see some variants of Deadpool, which were fun as well. So Ryan Reynolds got to include some of his family members in this one, and that was a fun detail as well. And then we get like the cutest character apart from Baby Yoda, and that is Dogpool. Yes, we have a little very special dog. And I mean special in a really good way. That dog is very cute, very memorable, stands out. It has like a drooling tongue that is out all the time, but yeah, I really, really love that dog. I really like that, you know, Ryan Reynolds isn't afraid to make fun of himself. Not, he doesn't even have to be in the Deadpool character. Breaks the fourth wall as usual, which is very fun. And here we get to know more about his friend Peter that we got to know in the second Deadpool film. But that, you know, we got to see him in a few scenes. That was that. And in this one, we get to see him much more, which was quite fun actually. They went in the right direction with that. Because, you know, Deadpool's often talking about Avengers and wanting to be like part of Avenger. And this one, he really, really tries to be a part of the Avengers. So we kind of see his struggle to reach to the Avenger top, so to speak. And you know, I'm glad that they kind of included that, and it felt like kind of genuine, felt real, felt relatable. Maybe not that, you know, everyone can be superhero or reach, you know, that level, or that, you know, powers exist, but relatable in that, you know, hustle, trying to make it at the top, just not, you know, everything not going according to plan, and you know, life gets in the way, things happen, and yeah, that I felt that was really good. Then also we get some really fun cameos. I don't want to spoil which ones, but they were really fun, and that fight sequence with them, so fun, so good. And yeah, you know, when Wolverine and Deadpool is going on their adventures together and end up in this Mad Max looking location, that scene was very fun as well. But yes, so I have to say I enjoyed all three movies so much. Hoping for a fourth. I don't know if there will be a fourth, but I'm hoping. I really do. And I will probably like that movie as much as I have enjoyed this fantastic trilogy. And also, I just remembered they had a fantastic line in Deadpool 2, where he made fun of the human centipede. You know, I love the human centipede, love those movies. And he made fun of it, and I was laughing so hard. Wow, that's really funny. And you know, any movie that includes a joke about the human centipede, that's a good movie right there. What will I give Deadpool Wolverine? I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Another 9 out of 10. So this trilogy is a 9 out of 10, like, for me. And yeah, I just really, really enjoy it. I don't really find like any complaints or faults, or if there was like a minor tiny one, I don't even feel like I don't want to bring that up. But yeah, I'm super curious to know your thoughts about this trilogy. And how do you rank it? Which one is your favorite? Like, I can't choose which one is my favorite. When I saw Deadpool Wolverine, I'm like, this is my favorite. Then I rewatched the first one, I'm like, that was my favorite. And then I rewatched Deadpool 2, and I was like, this is my favorite. So it's hard. All three are equally as good in my opinion. But yes, so thank you all so much for watching, and if you're a Deadpool fan, please like this video, comment something for the algorithm, and don't forget to subscribe. Your support means everything. Also, don't forget that I have a Patreon where I do Patreon exclusive reviews, behind the scenes, and if you don't want any of that, but you still want to support me, there's a tier on my Patreon just for that. Just for $1 for supporting me. You don't have to get anything if you don't want to. But yeah, I have 3 tiers and they all offer something. But yes, all the links to where you can find me, to my Patreon, to my other sites is included in the description box below. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you had an amazing weekend. I did rewatching these movies. But I hope you will have an amazing upcoming weekend and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye!